The Dutch crime reporter Peter de Vries masterminded that hidden camera operation that caught Joran van der Sloot on tape. Just hours ago, I spoke with him. Take a look. So, Peter, when you got the news that the Aruban court said that they would not rearrest Joran van der Sloot, what was your reaction?
Well, my reaction was that I was not really surprised because it was already what we expected.
How do you think that Joran van der Sloot and his attorneys pulled this off, given what's on that tape?
Well, the point is that the Dutch law doesn't provide for custody on remand for disposing of a body. That's the whole point.
Explain that.
So, of course, there's a confession on tape, but on tape, Joran is saying that that Natalee died in his arms, but that he was not really involved in that he didn't do anything to her. So he was not admitting murder or homicide or manslaughter or whatever. He said it was just an accident, and he only panicked and tried to get rid of the body. And in the Dutch law, you can't take somebody into custody on remand just for disposing of a body. That's the point.
Right. Do you think, when you look back on your investigation, is there anything that you could have done differently in the car or differently that you would have prompted him to be asked that you think would have made a difference?
No, that's hard to say. Some people say, well, you had to continue the whole undercover action a little bit longer. Maybe he was saying something different. But we did it already for 5 days. And he continued to say the same thing, that, well, he confessed that she died in his arms and that he got rid of the body, but he stayed by his story that she suddenly died and that he didn't do that.
But when you look at what he did admit to in this story, and that is disposing of a body, lying to investigators, all of that would cause him a lot of problems here in the United States and in the Netherlands as well, I would assume.
Yeah, of course, that's what everybody is saying, but I can't look into his mind. He did what he did, and maybe something else happened at the beach. That's of course possible. He did a confession, but maybe he toned down some things or concealed things because to protect somebody else or for his own goodness. We don't know that, of course.
There's some interesting things in the court document that refer to the possibility that he has a serious personality disorder, or that the fact that he's lied and told a lot of different stories in the past makes this one more difficult to believe. What do you think about that logic?
No, well, I don't buy that because we already know, because of the investigation, that he lied about his whereabouts that night. And now you have to realize he was talking to a person he considered to be his best friend. Face to face, he shared a secret, and I think that was pretty convincing. I think he told the truth at that moment, that he was there at the beach when Natalee died and that he got rid of the body. I think that's the true story. And
there's one moment when he says that he can't believe, that the body never surfaced, that he never got caught. What have you learned about who was driving that boat? It seems strange to me that nobody saw that boat go out that night or saw it come back in.
Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying.
I'm asking about, the other circumstances of the night and whether or not you know who drove that boat to dump the body in the ocean.
Yeah, we don't know who drove the boat because in the first time he was saying, I will never mention the name of the guy who helped me. I will take that into my grave. And only the second day, when our infiltrator pushed a little bit on that and said, you can tell me, don't you trust me? Well, then he mentioned the name of a certain dowry. But I think at that moment he was protecting somebody else and just mentioning a name.
And do you have any feeling, based on your investigation, who that person might be?
Well, I have some feelings and thoughts about that, but I'm not going to express that right now.
Do you think this is over? Do you think he's off the hook? And do you think that he sticks around?
No, he's certainly not off the hook because the investigation is still going on. I had to talk with the prosecutor's office this week, and the investigation is going on full strength. So he is certainly not off the hook, certainly not.
Let me ask you one more question about your investigation. Some people are saying that the fact that he was smoking marijuana in the car makes what he said less credible. What do you think about that?
No, I don't believe that, because the first thing is Joran is used to smoke pot. He does that all the time. It's his daily routine. And the other thing is that there were also drives in the car in which he didn't smoke pot, or only after they had talked about the Natalee's case. So, and another thing is people who are smoking pot do not confess spontaneously unsolved crimes. That's not how it works. That's not the effect of smoking pot.
So the Aruban government has said that he remains the prime suspect, and as you point out, that the investigation is ongoing. Is there any move being made that you know of to keep an eye on him? What's to prevent him from, running away?
Well, he can run away, but I don't think he's going to do that, because that would not be wise. And they already did some house searching with him. I think he's not running away.
All right, Peter de Vries, very interesting. Thank you very much. Good to talk to you.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye.